Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here by Atakline, but it's Tuesday, March the 8th, 2016. Remember, they're in a good week thus far, especially here in Michigan. It's about 67 degrees here. Starting to feel like spring, finally. Last week it was a snowstorm. Now this week it is sunny and 67. So I got to have a bike out today to enjoy this nice weather. So there you go. Since I've been in Atakline a little bit, I'd like to tell you what I've done the last couple of days, especially starting off with my gigs. I had 3 gigs last week. 1 on Tuesday, 2 on Friday. Last Tuesday, I had my final regular season home game for the Romeo High School basketball team, the boys. It was against Fraser. It's been an up and down season for the boys. Didn't have a good record this year, but they ended the season on a good note. Decent crowd. The crowds have been okay this year. You know, it was only packed a couple days. iGame wasn't as packed as you've seen from my previous attack lines to talk about how unpacked the iGame was. Because usually it's the most packed game, but not this year. But the game against Fraser was awesome. They won. They won their last game. It was only the second win. Out of all the games I DJ for them, it was only the second win with me there. They lost 4 games with me there. It's been that kind of season for them. You know, very up and down for them. Because the football players didn't go to basketball quick because they had that great championship season. State championship for football. But they got the playoffs. The basketball did. They had the first game of the playoffs yesterday against Port Huron Northern. Port Huron Northern. It was at Lance Cruz North. I just went to spectate. It was weird spectating instead of playing it. And they won. They played from behind the entire game. And then after a 3-pointer at the end of the third quarter, we got the lead and never lost in the fourth quarter. So we made a come from behind victory. So congrats to Movie for a great regular season, ending with a great win against Fraser, your last regular home game, and also the victory yesterday against Port Huron Northern. So besides the gig on Tuesday, I had 2 gigs last Friday. First, Daddy Donna Dance at Ham Park. I've never done a Daddy Donna Dance at a Romeo school. I've done other schools, but not Romeo school, my home base. So it's cool to go there to DJ that. And Hand Paul's events are always awesome. I love the fun ones, and I love the Daddy Donna dances as well. And it was awesome. 200 people, packed house. Got to turn the lights down to play my laser lights. The kids love it. I played Nene twice. Yeah, I've been playing like at least at every Daddy Donna dance I've done for the last month. I had to play Nene at least twice. One venue had to play it 3 times. We had a dance off with the dads. We never had that before any of these Daddy Donnas, so it was kind of cool to have fun to think of that. They have a daddy dance off. That was awesome. So we had an awesome time there. Thank you, Hand Paul, for an awesome show. I'll be seeing y'all again soon. Maybe sooner than October, because I do that fun one every year, as I mentioned. So can't wait to come back. Then after that, went to Club 54. They're trying to do the half meeting like on a weekly basis on a Friday. I always come on Fridays when Chrysler people come. That's the thing. That's what got me hooked in them, was when I saw these Chrysler people come in and they want to rap. I play all the rap for them, and every time they come to the ball, they're like, we want this guy to come. So with them not coming for a while, Club 54 is like, hey, we still want to use you. So they had me a couple weeks ago on the 19th of February after my Almont gig, which was great. They wanted me again to try out maybe doing a weekly thing, but didn't we look out this past Friday because only 2 people showed up. It was a slow night. So they only advertised me on Facebook. You didn't advertise me on, they have a wall of flyers. They didn't have anything for me. So we're going to take a few weeks off. We strategize about advertising. Maybe back in a couple weeks for the Chrysler people. They're coming back. They took a few months off because they don't have no time to party. So they're going to come back in a couple weeks. I'm also going to play some parties for them. The Plenty of Fish party. They do like some Plenty of Fish, like a dating party every month. And they usually have a band, but they want me to do that. To try it out. Because they love my videos. Because I never brought the TV to their show until the 19th, so they loved it. Now they want to use me more because they love my video show as well. It's my regular show. So there you go. Can't wait to get back there. So that was my gigs. I got only 1 gig this week. That's St. Baldrick's on Saturday, 60th Award Romeo. I'm going to a concert. Brad Paisley on Friday and Saginaw. Now on to the entertainment news, starting with your number 1 movie. The 3-week reign of Deadpool came to an end as debuting at number 1 with 75 million. I knew this was going to happen. Animated Zootopia made that much money. It became the biggest opening ever for Disney's studios, Disney Animated Studios. Non-Pixar. Although it's got Pixar's influence, but it's produced by Disney. So 70 million. Not only did it have that, it also had the biggest animated opening in March since the Lorax made 70 million a couple years ago. And the crowds received it well, while other movies didn't do well. Well, one really tanked. London Has Fallen made 21 million, while a Tina Fey's movie, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, bombed with 7 mil. Proving that we want to see Tina Fey in movies, not about Middle East stuff, because she's like in the Middle East in the movie. But Sisters bombed too back in December with Amy Poehler. So maybe we like Tina on the small screen instead of the big one. So congrats to Zootopia. Big opening, big weekend for Disney. And now speaking of number 1s, let's get to Billboard. We have a new number 1 album, ending the reign of Adele. It's the 1975, getting the first ever number 1 album with the sophomore effort. I Like It When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It, sold about 108,000 copies. And surging back on the charts, and also debuting Macklemore's album, This Unruly Mess I Made, debuting number 4. The new album, I heard snippets, there is no Thrift Shop in there. I love Downtown, but it's nothing as catchy as Thrift Shop, or not even Can't Hold Us. So he didn't want to go for commercial success this time. But surging to number 6 is Kelly Clarkson's album Piece by Piece, benefiting from reissuing it following her dramatic performance on the title track on a recent episode of American Idol that everyone, including Keith Urban, did tears. Not only did that performance surge the album back up the charts, it also surged the song Piece by Piece in the top 10 of the singles chart at number 8. But still number 1, third week in a row, Rihanna's Rook. Holding on to that number 1 position. It is, of course, we already know it's Rihanna's 14th number 1. Passing Michael Jackson. She's had more number 1s than Michael Jackson. Wow. And it's also the 9th number 1 in a row by non-U.S. born acts. Because you had the last couple of number 1s have been from foreigners. Bieber, Canadian. Adele, Brit. Rihanna, Barbados. Drake's from Canada too. And also, Rihanna's now the only artist to have notched number 1s from 7 consecutive studio albums. So congrats to Adele, not Adele, but Rihanna for that big effort. And congrats to the new number 1 as well, the 1975. Now on to award show news. The Oscars were last week, but this week is all about the MTV Movie Awards. They announced their nominations today, leading with 11. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, including, of course, getting Best Picture. Although it just came out about a month ago, Deadpool comes in with 8 nominations. While 4 nominations go to Mad Max, Fury Road, Pitch Perfect 2, The Revenant, Jurassic World, and Trainwreck. And Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. With the Movie of the Year nominees are Avengers, Age of Ultron, Creed, Deadpool, Jurassic World, Star Wars, and Straight Outta Compton. Which leads to we have 2 new categories this year at the Movie Awards. True Story, which is a movie based on a true story, which those nominees are Straight Outta Compton, Joy, Steve Jobs, Concussion, The Big Short, and The Revenant. And Anthony's cool for doing this. Documentary. They're in a documentary category. Took 20 years for this, but still. Nominated for that is the Oscar and Grammy winning Amy Winehouse documentary, along with Cartel Loud, He Named Me Malala, The Hunting Ground, which is by the Lady Gaga song, It'll Happen to You, The Wolfpack, and What Happened, Miss Simone. Some of the big nominees, including Alicia Vikander for Ex Machina, hope I got that right, for Best Female Performance, along with Anna Kendrick, Charlize Theron. I'd vote for her because I love her performance in Mad Max Fury Road. It's a really good movie. Daisy Ridley from Star Wars, The Force Awakens, J. Law for Joy and Moana Barkerin. Best Male, Chris Pratt, Leo, the Oscar-winning performance. Matt Damon, Michael B. Jordan, getting a nomination. Unlike at the Oscars, they shafted his ass. Ryan Reynolds and Will Smith. Amy Schumer got herself nominated for 2 awards. Last year's host, getting Best Comedic Performance for Trainwreck and Breakthrough Performance for Trainwreck, taking on her Trainwreck co-star and Oscar winner for Room, Brie Larson. This year's host, The Rock, with Kevin Hart. He got nomination for Best Action Performance for San Andreas, and Kevin Hart will be going alongside Amy Schumer for Best Comedic Performance in Melissa McCarthy, Rebel Wilson, Ryan Reynolds, and Will Ferrell being the top nominees in the Best Comedic. Of course, one of the most infamous categories in MTV Movie Awards is Best Kiss. Nominees are for that: Amy Schumer and Barry Hayden for Trainwreck, Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan for 50 Shades of Grey, Leslie Mann and Chris Hemsworth for Vacation, Margaret Robbie and Will Smith for Focus, Morena Baccarin and Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool, and Rebel Wilson and Adam Devine for Pitch Perfect 2, and of course Best Fight as well. With, yes, Leo against the Bear. That'll probably win. Of course, voting is now available for the MTV Movie Awards. The host, as I mentioned, will be The Rock and Kevin Hart to air on Sunday, April 10th from the Warner Bros. Backlot. I think it'll be taped. It won't be live like the last couple of years. It'll be taped. Made me want to bleep more because there was one year they forgot to bleep some swear words. I mentioned last year's host was Amy Schumer. And she was awesome, by the way. She got 2 nominations, but it's been a hell of a year for her. Getting an Emmy win, Golden Globe nod, comedy special. She's even headlining arenas, including MSG, where she opened up for Madonna back in October. But the biggest accomplishment of all is her own book is coming out. She signed the deal last year with Simon & Schuster, and now the release of the film, a book, has been released. The name of the book is The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo, coming out August 16th. Too bad couldn't push it up a week and have it come out August 9th, my birthday. Next week after my birthday. The book is set to feature personal and observational stories from Schumer that range from the raunchy to the romantic, the heartfelt to the harrowing, according to a press release. So, I would actually be released by Gallery Books, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. So, there you go. I read like coffee table books, but I could read this one because I'm a big Schumer fan. So there you go. Schumer's book comes out August 16th. Speaking of people I've seen in concert, like Schumer, bad news for AC/DC fans. I saw them last year on their Wacko Bus tour and stadiums at Ford Field, and it's been an up and down cycle for them, with a cycle taking out 2 members, and it may have claimed a 3rd. Of course, we all know the story with Malcolm Young leaving right before recording of Wacko Bus because of dementia, with Stevie Young coming in, then Phil Ward leaving because of his legal problems, and now Brian Johnson may be the next to go. AC/DC had been on their 2nd U.S. leg for the last couple weeks, doing arenas, but the remaining 10 shows that were supposed to start tonight in Atlanta, along with the Detroit stop again at the Palace on the 20th, all those dates have been rescheduled. They're being postponed for later this year, possibly with a guest vocalist. Why, you ask? According to a statement, that Brian Johnson has been forced to stop touring, because if he doesn't, he'll suffer total hearing loss. Yep, he's suffering hearing loss. Now, while some will report he suffered the hearing loss from music, his love of racing might have attributed to it too. As many AC/DC fans like me know, he's a diehard lover of race cars. He likes driving around in Florida, where he lives. He even said in an interview he was already battling hearing problems, including losing some part of his hearing on a race car without earplugs. So, racing may have something to do with his hearing loss as well. So, a lot of fans are puzzled. They're saying they're going to reschedule, But if it's with a new vocalist, why? They can hold on to the tickets or get a refund. I bet you be a lot of people getting refunds. Because who wants to see ACDs without Brian Johnson? We thought they wouldn't go on without Bond. And now, this tour and this album, this cycle for Rock or Bust, like I said, is claimed. Malcolm Young leaving. Phil Ward left. And now Brian Johnson might be out. The ACDC might be done. Sad news, but at least I saw him when I did. At least I'm glad I saw him last year in the stadium. Because I'm a big fan of that. I grew up on him. Grew up on ACDC. Brothers in the Flame. So he likes my headphones. My brother likes my headphones. So I took out my headphones quickly. I don't think he's ever been in my videos. So yay! Because I've seen Leah, his girlfriend, a couple of videos. But I think it's the first time that my brother's even appeared in any of my videos at all. Cameo or not. So there you go. That was Max for you. He's shy. He's not as charismatic as me. We're different. We're totally different. Anyway, best wishes to Brian Johnson, man. Hope it's nothing. I hope it's good for you, man. I hope you do well. And if you do decide to quit, you can't perform any longer, and these days go on without you, at least, I think you should just go on with these dates, then end it. They also got a bunch of European dates scheduled, too. A lot of European fans are now biting their nails because what's the status of those dates now that Brian Johnson has to reschedule these shows in America? ACDC. So there you go. ACDC forced to reschedule their shows with Brian Johnson facing total hearing loss. It may have a new singer, and I think it could be done. We shall see. If it is the end, we shall loot you, ACDC, for all the whack. Yeah. That is it for my Atakline for today. Thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later, yeah.